welcome back to my channel. My name is Sian. Thank you very much for watching. I have got for you today my top 10 baby names. I've got 5 girls' names and 5 boys' names, and I'm going to share their meanings with you as well. These are names that I would be using were I to be having any more children, which I'm definitely not. So 2 is definitely enough for me. These are the names. Without further ado, I'm going to start with the girls' names. My first name that I absolutely adore is Anne. And this is quite a traditional name, but it's a name that I really think is it's obviously quite a short name, but it's really nice, solid, strong, sturdy name. And I think it's a really feminine name as well. The meaning of Anne is gracious or merciful, and it is Hebrew name in origin, which I found quite interesting. The second name on my list is Phoebe, which means bright or shining. It's a really lovely name, and this one is Greek in its origin. I think it's one of those names that suits both a child and an adult. I really like the name Phoebe. It was on my list of girls' names when I was pregnant with both my children, but it's not one that we went with in the end, but it's a name I really like. Then I have the name Amelia, and the meaning of Amelia is really weird. It's just work. So I'm not quite sure about the meaning of the name, but I really like the name Amelia. This one is Latin in its heritage. It's a name, one of my best friends at primary school was called Amelia, and there used to be like a game that you could do that you went, Amelia, Amelia, go open up. Anyway, you don't need to know that. Again, it's another kind of really strong girl's name. I always picture Amelias as like go-getters and achievers. Next, I have the name Sofia, which means wisdom and is Greek in heritage. Sofia is a beautiful name, there's no doubt about it. It's one that I really like kind of short, sharp, sweet names, if that makes sense. But I think it's one that, again, really suits both a child or an adult. It's a good name, is Sofia. It's quite a popular one now, though. That's the only thing that would put me off the name Sofia, is that lots of people name their children Sofia now. Another name which was on my list when I was pregnant with my daughter is Zara. I think it's a brilliant, again, really strong name, and it means princess, which I kind of feel like Zara isn't really a word that I feel would mean princess. I feel like it would mean something, I don't know, queen as opposed to princess. Zara is another good one. It is Arabic/Hebrew in origin, and another one that I love. So that's it for the girls' names. Let's look at these boys' names. The first one you might have heard me talk about before because it's my favourite boy's name ever. And if I get a dog, that's a boy, it will be called this name, and that is Emlyn. Emlyn is taken from Emilianus and is a Latin name meaning rival. I think it's a really good name. I appreciate that it's quite a feminine boy's name, but I really like feminine boys' names. I don't know what it is about a feminine boy's name. It's kind of that masculinity but mixed with a feminine name. I just really think it's nice. So Emlyn would be my first choice were I to have a boy or a boy dog. A name that my daughter would have been called were she a boy is Isaac, and Isaac means laughter or laughs, and it is Hebrew in origin, and I just love Isaac. I love the way it's written. I like how it sounds. I again think it's quite a strong name. Again, it's quite a feminine boy's name, I think, Isaac. But I would definitely have named my daughter, she would have been called Isaac David because she was born on St. David's Day. But she was a girl, so rude. Next up is Aidan, which is an Irish name in heritage, and it's the English version of Iodine. I don't know how you pronounce that, but it's spelt A-O-D-A-N with a little circumflex on the A. But Aidan that I love is spelt A-I-D-E-N, and it means fire. Again, it's not such a feminine name, Aidan, but it's a very strong boy's name, and I really like Aidan. Oliver is the next name that I have on my list, and the only reason I wouldn't call my child Oliver is because there are a lot of Olivers around. It's an incredibly popular name now. It means olive tree and is Latin in heritage. It's a really good, strong boy's name. I like that you can shorten it to Ollie. It's just a really good name, isn't it, Oliver? The final boy's name on my list is Elijah, and it is Hebrew in origin, and it means God. Elijah, again, has a slightly feminine sound to it, but it's a really strong boy's name, and I really like it. I can picture an Elijah being quite a strong character and quite, I don't know, good at sport. Elijah is good at sport, isn't he? So those are my names. That's a slightly random way of doing it. I hope you enjoyed them. Let me know if your children are named any of these names and the reasons for you picking these names. And if you want to name your children these names, let me know which ones they are. And I will see you again soon. All right, bye.